In this video, we'll be walking through a few examples to show the range of analysis you can conduct using the Alpha Vantage MCP Server, connected as a ChatGPT app. If you are not yet connected to the MCP server, check out the 2-minute setup video in the description. Let's start simple and pull some price data for NVIDIA over the past 6 months. As you can see, ChatGPT will fetch the proper tool and then call it. Once ChatGPT has gathered the data, it will incorporate it into its response. It looks like NVIDIA has been performing fairly well over the past few months. Now let's add some context by benchmarking NVIDIA against the S&P 500, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ Composite. By normalizing everything to 100 at the start of the period, we can start to differentiate whether NVIDIA's recent move is idiosyncratic or just riding the broader market tide. Once again, ChatGPT will call a few different tools from the Alpha Vantage MCP server in order to get the data it needs. Once it's collected the data, then it will make us this nice, interactive chart, where we can see that while NVIDIA has shown correlation to the broader equity market, it has significantly outperformed over this 30-day period. Now, I'm curious whether NVIDIA's recent valuation expansion is more attributable to their earnings growth, or if it's a byproduct of price-to-earnings multiple expansion. I'll ask how monetary policy is lining up with NVIDIA's PE ratio expansion over the past few years. It looks like NVIDIA's earning power has continued to outrun the increasingly restrictive interest rate environment, which can be a good sign. To close out the NVIDIA story, let's check in with the options market. We've already seen that NVDA's PE compression over the last 2 years was driven by earnings growing into the valuation, not by rates coming down. So what does the derivatives market think happens next? I'll ask ChatGPT to pull NVDA's current put/call ratio and tell us whether options traders are positioned bullishly or defensively, given where the PE sits today. ChatGPT is querying Alpha Vantage's real-time put-call ratio API, which is useful for gauging investor sentiment across the entire options chain. This ratio is a positive sign for NVIDIA, as a ratio below 0.6 often signals the market is leaning bullish. More investors are purchasing call options in expectation of rising prices. So, hopefully this video gives you a decent understanding of the types of analysis you can conduct using the Alpha Vantage MCP server. It can be a cool experience to talk directly to the markets in pure natural language. And if you want to try it yourself, the documentation link is in the description.